All right, let's just jump right in. And look, forget everything you think you know about learning some super complex AI. This isn't about that. This is actually about something way more powerful. We're talking about using really simple AI tools to multiply the good habits you already have. It's about turning that consistent effort you're putting in into, well, massive results.
So why is being consistent so hard? I mean, it's a question that haunts pretty much every professional, right? You've got the strategy, you've got the best intentions, but then the daily grind of actually doing the work gets in the way. It's this universal challenge, and honestly, it's where most great plans just fall apart.
And that's what we're going to call the execution trap. It's that huge gap between knowing exactly what you need to do and actually doing it, day in and day out. So in this explainer, we're going to break down exactly why that happens and, more importantly, introduce a system to finally solve it.
Now this trap, it usually shows up in a few specific places. First, you've got those crucial gaps in follow-up with clients and leads, the ones that just slip through the cracks. Then there's that moment of uncertainty when you're trying to explain something really complex. And of course, the big one, just inconsistent marketing and content creation. Does any of that sound familiar?
Okay, so how do we actually escape this trap? Well, it all starts with a fundamental mindset shift. We have to stop seeing AI as this complicated, futuristic strategy that's years away. Instead, we need to start seeing it for what it really is inside our workflow. It's a habit multiplier.
And here's the crucial point, right? A habit multiplier. What does that mean? It means AI is not the strategy. Your expertise, your relationships, that's the core. AI is just a tool that we layer on top to make executing your most important, repeatable tasks radically easier. It's not here to replace your work, it's here to amplify it.
I absolutely love this analogy. Think of AI as the most brilliant intern you could ever hire. It can draft things, summarize documents, organize your thoughts at lightning speed, but, and this is a big but, you are still the CEO. You're the boss. You make the final call, you add the human nuance, and you are always responsible for the final output. Getting that perspective right is key.
So, how do we make this practical? Well, we're going to borrow the framework from James Clear's Atomic Habits. It's brilliant. First, we make using AI obvious by putting the tools right where the work already happens. Second, we make it easy. We're talking one simple prompt, one output every day. Third, we make it attractive by making sure the stuff we create is actually client-facing and valuable. And finally, we make it satisfying by getting into the habit of shipping something, anything, every single day. Okay, so that's the framework. Now let's see how this all builds into a real, actionable system. We're going to map this out into 3 simple, repeatable AI loops that directly attack those sticking points we talked about earlier. This is where the theory gets real and we put it into practice.
The solution is beautifully simple, really. It's just 3 repeatable AI loops. That's it. We have a follow-up engine, a clarity engine, and a content engine. And each one of these is designed to be a daily or weekly habit that creates a measurable, valuable output.
Let's start with loop 1, the follow-up engine. And this one makes a huge difference right away. Think about it. Before this loop, what do you have? Messy call notes, maybe some missed action items, slow responses to clients? But after running a simple AI loop, those same messy notes are instantly transformed into a professional client recap, a perfectly organized internal task list, and even some reusable scripts for the future. You literally go from disorganized to delighted in just a few minutes.
All right, loop 2, the clarity engine. This one is all about tackling complexity. So before, you might hand a client a 50-page report or a dense legal document. What does that do? It creates confusion, it causes delays, and honestly, you become the bottleneck. But after you run that same document through the Clarity engine, you can give them a simple one-page decision guide. Suddenly, you're not just providing information anymore, you're providing confidence. And that, right there, is how you build massive trust.
And then there's loop 3, the content engine. This is a game changer. It transforms your marketing from this dreaded daily chore into an actual system. So instead of staring at a blank screen wondering, what should I post today? You have a content assembly line. You can take one single recording, just one, and have AI repurpose it into 10 or more different assets, all of them feeding into a reliable workflow that actually nurtures leads. See, it's about building a system for consistency, so you're not just sitting around waiting for creativity to strike.
Okay, so at this point, you're probably wondering, what tools do I actually need? And the key here is to start with what we call a minimal viable stack. Please don't try to learn everything at once. Level 1, just focus on daily follow-up. A tool like ChatGPT is perfect for that. Once that habit is totally solid, then you can add something for level 2. Maybe a tool like Google's Notebook LM for analyzing documents. As you grow, you might bring in Gamma for presentations and hook it into your CRM. And then way down the line, to really scale, you can use tools like Descript or Opus Clips to repurpose video. But you have to remember, the habit comes first, the tool is always second.
All right, let's make this real, right now, because it's so easy to hear all this and get overwhelmed by the possibilities. So for now, I want you to just forget all of them. We're going to focus on one single thing. It's time to build your very first loop.
7. That's it. That's the magic number. We're going to build some serious momentum with a dead simple 7-day challenge. And listen, this is not about mastering AI. This is about one thing and one thing only: proving to yourself that you can be consistent.
So here's the challenge. The rule could not be simpler. For the next 7 days, I want you to use AI to create and ship one thing. That's it. Pick one of these 3. A client recap message, a one-page document summary, or a piece of short-form content, whether it's the script or the final clip. Just one. But you have to do it every single day.
And this right here, this is probably the most important takeaway of this whole thing. This entire system is built on one simple idea. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Start small, ship daily, and just let it compound. I promise you, you will be absolutely amazed at what you can build in just a month.
So I'll leave you with this one question to think about. I want you to look at your own daily work. What is the one small, repeatable habit in your workflow that, if an AI multiplier could help you do it 10 times better or faster, would completely change the game for you? Find that one thing, because that is your starting point.